Welcome to our call tonight. I'm so excited to be on here tonight. My name is Jenna Rude. This is my husband, Jake.
Hello.
And we just wanted to take the opportunity and just share with all of you just how excited we are about everything that we're doing right now with the company that we're a part of, the Juice Plus company, and just all of these amazing people that we work with. And tonight we also have on the call our good friends and mentors and heroes in this business, Lori and Kurt Beavers. And I just wanted them to take a second before we get started and introduce themselves to you.
Hey guys, we are here in Atlanta. We're like as far away apart as we can be from you guys and still be in the same country today, which is pretty amazing with technology. But we are so blessed. We're excited. It's a blessing to know you guys. And the fact that we can share this incredible opportunity that we were in your same shoes, over 20 years ago. We first got started 22 and 23 years old. And I know we're going to share our story more later, but it totally changed our life. And I'm just excited. It's kind of like deja vu hearing you guys share what we went through. So I'm going to let y'all take off and just share with them what you're passionate about right now and why this is important to you guys.
Awesome. Thanks. Thanks so much.
So cool, dude.
So amazing. I know. We started working with the Juice Plus company I started when I was 18. And I have to kind of backtrack a little bit to just kind of let everybody know, how my family got involved in this. It's been a long haul, 22 years actually. My mom first heard about Juice Plus when I was 5 years old. And she immediately was excited because she's worked in the wellness field for over 30 years. And she just was looking for a solution to help people get more fruits and vegetables into their body. And it just made sense to her immediately for a lot of different reasons. But I would say the fact that it's actually labeled as a food. For those of you who don't know, Juice Plus is 30 different colors of vine-ripened fruits and vegetables that have been dehydrated and just put into capsules or gummies. It's a really simple concept. And she loved the fact that there was research on it. We're up to how many studies now?
Over 35, I think.
Over 35 published studies all around the world at really amazing, prestigious universities that are actual research. That's really important to a lot of, our generation who's, studying this right now. Maybe you're in med school, maybe you're studying, exercise physiology like my mom did in her master's program, and really quality, good research is so important to us and to anything that we're looking at. So Juice Plus has that. I highly recommend taking a look at it if you haven't yet. It's really exciting. And because of that, my mom and my dad, who's a physician, immediately saw the value in it. And they just decided it was something that our family should take. And we weren't sickly kids. Like I had eczema over my body, and I had ear infections and just things that are considered normal in our country. And now we know that they're not. They don't have to be. It doesn't have to be your reality that every time, kids eat a ton of sugar at Halloween and then are automatically sick for the next 3 months. It doesn't have to be like that. And
there's no flu season. It's just Halloween.
Just Halloween. But we truly have, witnessed it as a family, and we were still, eating really healthy, just like we were before, but adding 30 different colors of fruits and vegetables into our body just changed everything. And so I did not appreciate this growing up at all. We stopped getting sick as a family. My brother, who only ate white foods that didn't touch each other, literally started to finally eat real food through metabolic programming. Like he actually started wanting real healthy food in his body. So that was pretty much a miracle. And now, we looking back on it, I just realized, we never missed school. I grew up dancing, playing basketball. Like I never had to miss practice. I never had to miss rehearsal. I was able to maintain amazing grades and do all of these activities, get into UCLA from out of state, and be able to really pursue my dreams and do and do whatever I wanted to do. And I did not realize that at the time, obviously. I also did not realize how excited I was going to be about sharing this until, I got to UCLA. I kind of started opening my eyes to the real world. I wasn't home anymore. I had to figure out what to eat for myself. I know we've got a lot of Gen Y, millennials on the call tonight. And, it's a wake-up call when all of a sudden you're kind of released into the world and you're expected to know how to live your life and to be an adult and to provide for yourself and all these things. And I remember looking around and just being like, what in the world? Like no one really knows how to take care of their body. Everyone's doing all these cleanses and fixes and hypes, and Beyonce, diets, and just especially in LA, that's where we live. And it was just chaos. And so I really very quickly became passionate about sharing what I had learned my whole life because of my mom, because of my dad, because of this amazing company that provides so much education to families, to other people. And that's when I met Jake. I met him the second week of school at a football game. And he was not the most healthy person in the world. So I'm going to let him tell you his story.
I was one of those sickly kids. So she wasn't a sickly kid. I was a sickly kid. So I used to eat 15 corn dogs a week back in high school. I was stupid enough to say that on camera. And now I'm known as the corn dog guy because, I do 5 corn dogs, a large French fry, and a Coke at least 3 times a week. I can really throw them back. But I had heartburn as a 12-year-old. I was on Prilosec every day. I had 2 different types of asthma inhalers, and I was on albuterol, the little purple one, and then I was on Accutane 3 times for acne. And I never thought that what I was eating, or rather what I was not eating, were creating my health issues. I thought I just got dealt a bad hand. Tore my shoulder swimming, so my body was super inflamed. I was fit. I was skinny because I played water polo, but I was sick all the time, and I was injured. And I was like, okay, maybe this is the way it's going to be. So I met her. She said, if you're going to date me, you're going to be on Juice Plus. And I said, whatever you say, woman. So I got on it. And then I was on it for 4 months. And we were sitting in Westwood. We were at the corner bakery eating a tomato bisque, which used to just rip me up heartburn-wise. And she said, Jake, I haven't noticed your heartburn anymore. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Come to think, I didn't take my Prilosec today. And she's like, why do you think that is? And I was like, I don't know, maybe I finally grew out of it. And she was like, no, she like smacked me. She's like, no, you idiot. Yes, she smacked me. No, you idiot. It's the Juice Plus you've been taking. She actually took my soup and just threw it on me. So I was like, okay, maybe. So I got my mom on it, and she had breast cancer 20 years ago and could never get the calcium back in her bones after chemo. So years of taking those little chocolate 500 square milligram calcium supplements, nothing would ever absorb. And I was like, Mom, try this Juice Plus stuff. My face cleared up, my asthma's gone, my heartburn's gone, maybe it'll help you. So she got on it for 5 months. She went in for yearly checkup where they took her blood every year. She did the same thing. Got to get your calcium levels up, and her levels were up. And the only thing she changed was taking Juice Plus. So the doctor's like, well, what'd you do? And she's like, I don't know, I just started taking these fruits and veggies and berries and capsules. He was like, well, keep doing it. So that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to tell people about this anyways. Jenna, what is this stuff? What is this business? I know your mom's involved somehow. Tell me more. So they sat me down. We went out to dinner, and they just started going into what this business was. And she told me that it is a virtual franchise. And that really was interesting to me because I've always been interested in owning my own business. I looked into franchising back in college, but I didn't have, $250,000 to drop on a building or, a franchise of 7-Eleven or Starbucks. I don't know, whatever, but like some sort of franchise. And she went on to tell me that it's a virtual franchise. So you don't have to have a building. There's no overhead. There's no employees. There's no permits. There's none of the nonsense that goes with trying to run your own business. But it has the franchise model, and it's only $50 a year. And I was like, what?
Mind you, my mom gave me a franchise for my 18th birthday, and I was like, cool, Mom, like I actually wanted an iPad. What do you need to do with this? Like $50, big whoop, the whole thing. And now I'm an idiot for saying that. So.
I was really intrigued by all this. And so she went on to tell me also that, we're in 26 countries. So by paying that $50 in America, I had access to every other country that the Juice Plus company is in. And that boggled my mind. And then she went on to tell me even further that once you reach the position of national marketing director, which we are now, you get full corporate health benefits. You get vision, dental, disability. You get tuition for your kids, or if Jenna wants to go back to school, I'm not going back to school.
Why me?
Yeah. You get a $1,000 bonus at Christmas. You get a business expense account. And so I was just like, okay, what's the catch here? And there is no catch. It's just I get paid to go out and tell people about getting more fruits and veggies in their diet, something that everyone knows they need, but they just don't know how to get it. Or their kid doesn't like it, or they don't like it, or it's too expensive. And this is just an easy, affordable way to kind of bridge the gap between what you should eat and what you actually do eat. And that's pretty sweet. I'm happy. I'm a happy guy right now.
So, there's a couple of things we wanted to share with y'all tonight. And I think, the first one is just for all of you on the line to think about what's really important to you, because that's really what we did when we graduated from college, and we started just to think about like what we valued in our life and what we wanted, and knowing that it would take us a while to get there. We needed to start now. You can't wait till, you know, you're in your mid-30s, mid-40s to one day wake up and realize that you hate what you're doing, or that you're not fulfilled, or that you feel just lost. And so, you know, wherever you are right now, even if you feel like that's your story, it's okay to take a step back and just think about what is important to you. And some of the things we came up with, the first one was time. I value time so much because I know that's the one thing that you really can't buy, you can't get back, you can't, you know, do anything without it. You can't see your friends and family, you can't travel the world without time, you can't even like shower without time. Some of you might feel like, I just don't go in the shower, you know?
I showered today.
Now we have time to shower. We have time to work out. But time was really important to us. And so this company obviously provided that for us. I mean, we knew that wherever we were in the world, we were going to be able to be in control of our time and be our own boss. It's very, very attractive to us. What else did we talk about?
So yeah, the own boss thing is great. And the no ceiling thing was really exciting to me. The fact that I always was a hard worker, but I never, like, I didn't have money to invest, but I had my time. Mm-hmm. And everyone can figure out a way to invest time into something that turns into a financial future with your sweat equity. And I loved that aspect of it, is that, you know, we can, there's no end to how much we can do with this.
Yeah. And our generation understands this. Like, we understand that you have to have money to have choices in life, and having money is not a bad thing, especially if you're a great person. You're going to do great things with money, and you deserve it. If you want to work hard, no matter who you are, or where you come from, or what you went to school for, like, it doesn't matter in this company. It doesn't. Everyone starts on the same page, and everyone has the same opportunity. And it's honestly the people with the most resilience, the most drive, and the ones who really want to take this seriously and want to do it and make this a part of their life are the ones that are successful. So, you know, we saw that in this company as well. Like, okay, we can have time and we can have money, and we'll have the time to enjoy the money at the same time. So I love that about it too.
And I kind of viewed this time in our lives as almost our grad school. Is that, you know, we were building up towards our future, you know, occupation, JP University. But we have one of our good friends just graduated as a doctor, and she is collectively, between her and her boyfriend, $350,000 in student debt. That is a huge undertaking to even, like, I just can't even fathom that. Mm-hmm. And
yeah, the reality of our generation is that's a lot of us. Like, that's a lot of people that either graduate with debt or are currently accumulating it right now in grad school or med school. And I think, you know, whatever you want to do with your life is amazing, and you should absolutely keep doing that. But how cool is it to have something that you can do alongside of what you want to do that will help alleviate that pressure, alleviate that stress, and build into something that will then give you the opportunity to do whatever you want with all of that knowledge and all of that passion and all of that, you know, that you've created at school or that you've learned from your occupation.
And
so
it will only grow with time. That's the most exciting thing for us, I think, is that we have started this very early in our, you know, we want other millennials to do it with us, because 5 years down the road, people are still going to need fruits and veggies. Like, it's not like they're going in or out of style. So everyone's on their own journey. And the one thing that we do have is time works with us and against us, because, you know, sometimes people start to get sick. Changes happen in lives, and then people start to really value, oh, maybe I should have, you know, started walking an extra 30 minutes every day. Maybe I should have started eating more fruits and veggies. So we try to encourage people to do it now, and it'll pay off way down the line.
And here's the deal. I mean, I just want to be real with all of you on the phone tonight and let you know that, you know, there's a lot of things out there now. There's a lot of other companies, a lot of other products, a lot of things that you're seeing like blow up your Facebook page with stuff. And to be honest, like, this is so different than anything I've ever seen, ever been a part of. I didn't know it existed, even though it was right in front of me for my whole life, until I really immersed myself in it. And all of the points that Jake said about how we're a franchise, it's a virtual franchise. It's not an MLM. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's not any of those crazy things that people are nervous about. It's a legitimate business that should be taken seriously, but you can still do it at your own pace and however you want it to be. So that's, really what I am so passionate about sharing with our friends and our generation is like, this is, you don't have to wake up in the morning and say, you know what I want to do tomorrow? And for the rest of my life, I want to sell fruits and vegetables in a capsule.
I said that.
Okay.
I said that.
Some of you might. That's cool. Okay. I don't. That's not the only thing I want to do. I have so many things I want to do. I have a whole list. I should have brought it. I'll show you. It's literally like 25 things long.
I do whatever she does, so I'm just down with
So
it.
we're passionate about this. We love helping people. We love being a part of this mission. This is like, will always be a part of our life. But we know it's also the vehicle to do everything else we want to do.
Totally.
It's really important to understand that because all of you on here, I'm sure, have dreams and ambitions and have things that you want to do, you want to accomplish. And this is your way. This is your path to that if you choose to take it. Like we did, like so many other leaders did on this line. I'm watching all these people jump on here and they're just amazing people all around the world right now that are in their 20s and early 30s that are completely owning their life and playing at a higher level than other people our age. So we are so pumped about this. And I wanted to tell you too, before we turn it back over to Lori and Kurt, if any of you ever want a great magazine to read, I love Success Magazine, but there is an article in there a while back about the U economy. And this is the reality of our life, our lifetime.
It's crazy. So right now, I think it's around 30% of the employed workforce in America has some sort of side entrepreneurial venture, whether it's Etsy, whether they drive for Lyft, whether they, do something on TaskRabbit or just something on the side. And it could become, their main source of income, but employers are, 84 or 85% of big financial guys are anticipating about 2050, 80% of the employed workforce will have some sort of side gig. So this isn't going away. It's just a matter of time of what you decide to lean your reputation against and what you decide you want to do, because people sometimes need an extra source of income. It's a great way to, have your hand in multiple baskets in case one starts to dry up a little, then you can feed into the others.
And I don't know about you, but we've had multiple friends who have really been like totally immersed in what they're doing with their company, the corporation they're working for, loving their job. And one day they walk in and they say, "Thank you very much for your time." And one was after 9 years of being the top performing person.
Like this was her only job. She had been with them for 9 years out of college.
Brilliant person.
Brilliant girl. Yeah.
And they said, "We just don't need you anymore." And she didn't do anything wrong. She had no control over that. And it's just not fair. Now, we're kind of excited for her now because she had just started working with us. And now it just obviously makes sense why we were able to find her and she found us. And she has this platform to be able to like live a healthier lifestyle, and she's like lost all this weight and looks amazing and
we
so
see that
happy.
As the first day of the rest of her life, the first day of her new venture.
Yeah, but it is the reality. And I mean, I know Jake's experienced it in all kinds of different ways with his family and just with everything. So if it's not a matter of like, this is what you want to do now, at least consider something that you can protect yourself and give yourself that that backbone so that you don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen in a couple months, in a year, in 5 years, and having this just gives us such peace of mind because now it supports us full time. And if we want to work, we get to work because we love it. I mean, I still teach dance 3 hours a week because I love it. And I will always do that.
Well, what's crazy is that you can will this to your kids one day. Like I'm seeing this as I'm creating like, a business. I'm creating an empire that I can will to my kids. How cool is that?
And that's something I also wanted to share is, it's very important to us. We're 26 years old, and it's very important to us that we know that we're aligning ourselves with something that is stable, that is going to be here for a long time, for multiple generations. And so we actually talked to our senior VP, Paolo Teixeira, the other day at a conference. And I said, I just thanked him for openly talking about that to all of our leaders. And he always is talking about how we're planning 10, 20, 30, 40 years into the future. And he kind of laughed at us when we told him, this is important to us. He said, your great grandkids will know the Juice Plus company. And that means so much to me because it's been such a part of my family's life that I can't imagine this not being, something that we get to pass on and on and on to our grandkids, our kids, our grandkids, their kids, and everyone.
And the Beavers. I mean, your guys' story is testament to what we're talking about here. And
yeah,
people need to hear that. So awesome.
So we'd love to turn it back over to Lori and Kurt. And just so y'all know, I mean, these two have done more for people in general, and they really, to me, exemplify what the core of our company values, which is mission and living it out every day and just helping people, caring about people, loving on people. And that's really, why we wake up every morning. So we're just so honored to be a part of this. And Lori and Kurt, take it away.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much, guys. Y'all were absolutely amazing. It was unbelievable. And I want to say one thing before I turn it over to Lori, and then I'll close this out. But we're very proud of you guys. It's a big deal for somebody your age. You get out of college and you've got this degree and you feel like you have to go do something with that degree. And that's just kind of the natural path, I think, that the world throws at us. And I know how hard you guys have worked. I mean, I know what you talked about and what you're sharing right now. It took a decision, and it took you all deciding, hey, we want more than just a 9 to 5. And we're proud of you guys. And so thanks for sharing your story with us tonight. But I thought, first of all, I was going to get Lori to really share with you. I think we can kind of validate a little bit of the journey that you guys are on for those listening tonight. And I wanted Lori, I think everybody needs a why. And I want Lori just to tell you guys why we started and kind of what we experienced early on. And then I want to tell you what's happening today. So I'll let you go.
Okay, so we were 22 and 23 when we first started. We were both working full-time jobs, just fresh out of college. And we were thinking about starting a family, and I was looking for a way to make some extra income so that when we started having kids, I would be able to stay at home with them and not have to travel downtown to go to work every day and put the child in daycare. So we were looking for an opportunity, and someone introduced us to this product, and we saw it as a way for us to make $1,000 a month. And that was our goal. That's like all we could see at that point was, if we can make $1,000 a month, then I can stay at home. Yep. We can start having babies. We're good. So we actually, the first month, made much more than $1,000, and it was just crazy. And we ended up, I quit my full-time job after 2 months. I think Kurt quit after
4.
Yeah, 4 months.
You made national marketing after our 8th month?
Made national marketing director at 8 months. It was crazy. And you made it soon after, and then his mom and his uncle, and it's a big family affair. And now we have our daughter in the business with us as a new sales coordinator. Yay, happy. And my niece just joined us, and my sister just joined us. So we're adding more family members 29 years later. So it's been incredible. It's been an amazing journey, and it's just afforded us more than we ever dreamed possible. We've been able to send 3 kids through private Christian school. We'll be able to send three kids through college debt-free. So this company is amazing, and the benefits, it's amazing too.
Well, let me get can I get philosophical for a minute? I want to just make you think for a second. So I want you to think about every one of you listening, no matter if you're 22 or 30 or however old you are. There's a unique reason you're here on this planet, and there's a purpose for you. And what I see happening, and what I saw when we first got in this business, was so many people, they were excited and passionate about something, but what they did for a living kept them from doing what they felt like they were called to do. And we have made tons of money. We've had beach houses and lake houses and cabins in the mountains, and the money's phenomenal. But at some point in time, just adding a comma or a zero doesn't satisfy you, because we're not in this life just to increase our bank account. Like Jenna said, money is amazing, and you need money to do things, and God knows that, and that's important. But at some point in time, if you're able to pursue what you're passionate about, that becomes the real deal. And what this business, to me, in addition to time freedom, in addition to the financial freedom, and in addition to being able to write 2 books and serve on a lot of ministry boards and travel the world, what this business has done for us is it has become a platform. Think about, is what you do, is the career you're building, is it a platform for you to live the life you want to live? Or is it keeping you from living a life you want to live. And I think that's what Jake and Jenna did such a tremendous job telling you is that, you know, it became important to them to have the freedoms in those choices. And we made those choices about the same age Jake and Jenna did, and I can't imagine not having said yes to this. And I think you can see that the Juice Plus company is not one of those get in at the right time and ground floor. What I've learned is that whether it's when Lori and I started, or when Julie Herp started, or when Jake and Jenna started, or when my daughter started, Juice Plus has proven that it's a launching pad for every generation. Next week, we have 600 people coming to a millennial event in Atlanta, 480 first time coming to find out about our mission at a theater in downtown Atlanta. It's going to be amazing. And we're actually going to we're going to shoot T-shirts out of cannons, just like the shirt Jake's got on. So it's going to be amazing. So Jake's modeling our T-shirt. So if you know somebody in Atlanta, send them down there, because we want to spread our mission to the next generation. It's amazing. And please don't miss out. Don't 5 years from now saying, gosh, I saw that video that Jake and Jenna and Kurt and Lori did, and I just didn't have time. But you know what? If you say I don't have time, there never will be a perfect time. You're just going to have to decide you're going to do it. And thanks so much for joining us tonight. If you want to get back with the person that invited you, there's lots more information, and we didn't want to give you information overload. But I'll turn it back over, let Jake and Jenna unmute, and we can tell you guys goodbye. And thanks again so much, you guys, for coming tonight.
Yay, thank you so much. Oh, it's amazing.
You guys are just such an
Y'all
inspiration.
are so great.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody, for jumping on.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to say bye. Bye. Thanks, guys.
See y'all later.
Thanks.
Tell the West Coast we said hey.
We'll do.
Yes.
Bye.
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 Good night.